Hi, I'm Bob Earnshaw.
Hi, and I'm Jason. And it's lunchtime with Bob and Jason, isn't it?
Yep, once again, and I haven't got any lunch. Have you got yours?
I've got mine.
All right.
So we've got Bob Earnshaw's YouTube channel, and I'm Jason, the Motorhome Man YouTube channel. So if nobody subscribe to us, subscribe to us. That's it, really. What have you been up to, Bob?
Yeah, this and that. Got a few videos coming out. We've been having a look at some of the Swift Live stuff. Got some information about a survey that's been done. So one or two things to talk about this week. So I hope you find it interesting. And
how's your YouTube channel coming on? The Bob Earnshaw bloopers.
Don't mention that. I'll only get angry. You know, won't like me when I get angry.
Oh, go on, have a rant, Bob.
No.
Have a rant.
I mean, there's a little stupid channel that started up, and he nicked my name and called it Bob Earnshaw Bloopers. And I'm sure some of my subscribers thought it was a channel I'd started up. So these are one of the things you put up with when you're a YouTube channel.
It's a bit naughty, that was, Bob wanted.
Just a bit naughty, yeah. It got me a little animated. But yeah, these things happen.
How's your week been?
The what, sorry?
How's your week been?
I've been pretty busy, keeping myself busy, doing lots of videos. Got quite a few things coming up, and I don't know where the week goes really, but I suppose that's a good thing, isn't it? Now we're counting down to the end of the lockdown, hopefully.
There's a true comment, Phil and Tass. Afternoon, where has last week gone? It was only 2 minutes since we did that, didn't we, Bob?
Yeah, and we've been planning it as well, so it seems like it's only like 5 minutes ago, really, isn't it? Yeah.
It wasn't that much planning, Bob, was it really?
Oh, no.
Hey, you did your video, didn't you, on, was it the different layouts of beds?
Yeah, we did the bed layout, and as I said, we came up, I think it was 15 different layouts, so we had to talk about that. Now, you've got something about bed layouts, haven't you?
Yeah, I thought about you this week. This is a van we've had in. It's a Bailey Advance.
Yeah. What model is it?
742. I'll put it there for you, Bob, up the corner.
Oh, yeah, got it.
Yep. It's a 19 plate. It's only done 1,000 odd miles.
Yeah.
And I'll just show you if you can see.
Yeah.
So as you go through the habitation door, you've got the kitchen area on your right, and then on your left-hand side, you've got a little dining area, and then you've got your fixed bed at the back. And let me show you again.
Yeah, this is the one that's in its day position, isn't it?
Yeah. Then obviously it pulls out to make the large double.
Yeah, no, they're good. Yeah, I mean that's what I like about island beds. When obviously when you can get round them, there are some that are so close up to the sort of the wall that they're hardly island beds anyway. So. But that looks like you can get round both sides.
Yeah, nice position as well because obviously you've got the window. Yeah.
So you can sit there and it shows long, if that's how you say it, looking out the window. It's a bit like a rear lamp. Chaise long, yeah. Oh. You know, it feed me with the grapes and all that.
Bob,
what?
Don't give me some visions I've just got now. You've been fed grapes by Jenny.
That's it. Feed me grapes. Yeah.
Get me the grapes, woman.
That's right. So they've got a Bailey Approach 2 berth. Can anyone suggest a boot box? Well, don't some people fit like one of those Fiamma boxes on the back of the motorhome where you've got the bike rack? Is that possible?
Yeah, you can do. If you've got the tow bar, you can have the ones with the bike rack as well, and you can.
Yeah, you could do that.
Not a great lover of things like that going onto the back of the van, to be honest, because you're still stressing the back of the van out. Yeah,
you're putting extra weight on the back, aren't you? Especially if you've got a long overhead hang anyway.
Yeah, and it's like with a bike rack as well, Bob. People don't just put the bike on; they dump it on.
Yeah.
So you've got the pressure all the time, basically.
Yeah. No, we had a bike rack on the back of our Starfire, and when you think how it's mounted, it's bolted through the panels, which are only sort of GRP sandwich, really, aren't they? So
yeah. There you go, Andy Boss. Swift told me today they haven't got any chassis for the Contiki range.
Oh wow, yeah. I'll have to make some up. Get my welding torch out.
What, in between your grapes, Bob?
That's it. Yeah, that's it. It's the German, aren't they? It's Alcoba who make the chassis.
I don't know that.
Yeah.
I don't know at all. Have you got a guest for us today?
Yes, I've invited someone along. Some people, some of our subscribers might well know him. And shall we introduce him?
Oh yes, let's introduce him.
Yeah, here he comes. He's gone. Oh, there he is. That was a bit easy.
Oh, timing's impeccable. A man under pressure there, Bob. A man under pressure.
He doesn't even know yet, does he?
No.
I'm here.
He's here. Yes.
Damn it! I've missed my opportunity. I got my grapes, you see, and I was going to go out there. Joke has been lost. Sorry, guys. I knew it. I knew if I rush now, I might. No.
You had
I
one
thought
chance.
you guys could keep yourselves talking.
You had
Hello,
one
how
chance.
are you?
Are you all right?
I'm fine, thank you. Yes.
Yeah, and tell us about Herman Hits the Road.
Well, Herman Hits the Road. Well, Herman is a 1998 Heimer B564. So what's that? 22 years old.
Mm-hmm.
There he is. We've had him for 11 years now, since 2010.
Yeah.
And I guess we've been doing YouTube for. Well, I've been doing YouTube for quite a long time, but the Herman's channel was probably 7 years ago now, I think. We tend to explore all over. Really, we do UK, we've done Ireland. Well, we'd like to do more of Ireland. We've done some parts of France and Germany, Italy, even Canada. That was a couple of years ago, a few years ago, and 2019. Yeah, 2019. We went to New Zealand for a couple of weeks.
You were in the rusty van, wasn't it?
That's right. A VW Crafter we called Rusty because it was a bit of a battered van. Yeah.
Got a question for you, Hitch and Pitch. Afternoon all. Question for Herman. How many miles have you done, and when are you likely to retire?
Does that retire the van or retire you?
Well, do you know what? I rather not tell you exactly how many miles Herman's done, simply because I think it could be we'll use it in a competition later on, maybe when we do Herman.
Oh, yes. Okay.
So it'd be a great
Tell
time.
you right away how many miles it's done.
You could just type it into the MOT thing.
I could just do a motor check. Sorry about the competition.
So it's between. Well, when we bought it, it's funny. When we bought it and brought it home, it just ticked over to 50,000. So it's more than 50,000, less than 100,000. Let's just put it that way.
I'll give you your dues. They're a good van. They are proper Heimer van.
Been very good. Yeah. I mean, I was just saying that going through all these places that we've been. Of course, we've been vlogging since then. Cue video. This amazing road.
I love
Wow, we got a traffic jam.
This is a great place to see
That's a show reel.
the path of Dunlow just
Stuff
there,
we've done.
wiggling its way through.
Here comes the plastic
valley.
hand.
Plastic. I keep forgetting
Such
to use
a
that.
beautiful place.
We really want to
Where we
get to
parked
Ireland at
Herman
some
is
stage.
like a
Ireland's
little
a beautiful place.
kind of a car.
Well, at least you're doing one thing with your motor, you're using it.
Yeah.
That's right. And of course,
Up to now,
because
yeah.
it's getting old now, and someone's just, I didn't see who asked me the question about getting retired. We're doing lots of maintenance on it, especially in the last few years. And of course, we're making videos on the maintenance. So we've done the brakes, we've done the suspension,
Headlights.
the headlights recently. Yeah, that was it was like last month, I think. And to get it through the MOT, that was. We got electric step. They go on not just Heimers, but other motorhomes. And we've had a leak at the back, and there was a huge, massive hole, just wooden, to cause. There's all this damage for
that is really
damage here. This is at the back.
Yeah, I'm into.
And I mean, that really did smell of rotten damage.
That's the screws holding the bumper on.
I couldn't watch some of this. You've got the blooming jigsaw out.
Disappeared again.
And of course, we do. I mean, we're not all serious. We do have a bit of fun when we're doing these videos.
He's got him.
That's been done for a while, that has had.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know.
Assembling the new shoe.
So we try and do informative but fun videos. So yeah, and it's we just do enjoy doing it. And recently, the last one we did that was Chaz, my friend. Last one we did was we replaced his gearbox in his van. It's not his work van. And when I went round there, it looked like the whole of front of his van had been smashed in because he had to remove all the front parts to get to the gearbox because it was seized in. So that was a mammoth task, but that was good fun.
Just cut in there. I've got a question for Bob. How do you rate your van compared to the others you have owned?
Yeah, much better, I suppose. It's a little bit different talking about a 20-year-old Heimer compared to a new Swift. I mean, things like the control panel and the links via the web that you can control your heating and all that sort of thing.
Just more things to go wrong, Bob.
Well, probably. Nothing has gone wrong yet, which is good.
That's it.
You just got to get off your chair.
Yeah.
Go,
No. Look, it's all here. It's on here. I can talk to my motorhome outside.
But surely you could be answering some comment on YouTube or Facebook or Twitter and accidentally send them the details of your turn. You're asking them to turn their temperature up.
Yeah. No, I mean the technology is amazing, really.
Yeah, probably aimed at both of you. Why a motorhome as opposed to a caravan?
Shall I go first? Oh,
yeah,
sure. We're always getting this question. I from an early age, I think I always liked having everything with me. It's having your home on your back, the old snail thing that, you can stop driving, get out, you can make a cup of tea, you can have a sleep, you can do the essentials, all that sort of thing. So that's really, just carried on.
I think there are benefits of both. When we started out, it was just an idea of throwing a tent in the car. But then I thought, well, I didn't particularly like the idea of towing, but that was always at the back of my mind. But it was always a motorhome to go with. And like I said, there's always benefits. You can pull up in the motorhome. You can pull up on the side of the road, have a cup of tea without having to go into the back of the van. I don't know if that's a problem with a caravan, but it's. I think it depends on what kind of traveling you want to do.
Yeah, I get asked all the time, motorhome or a caravan. If you're going to spend your holidays 1 week or 2 weeks in one place, have a caravan. If you've got one day there, 2 days here, 3 days, 1 day, 2 days.
Yeah. I think both me and Ads like to travel around, like to see different places. And it's all the setting up and putting away that, would put caravanners off.
Yeah.
And our friends came around with a caravan at the end of the holiday. They almost said to us, can we do longer in one place? And it's that thing, isn't it?
I get itchy feet when I stay at a place too long. 3 days is. I think the maximum we stayed at a place is 5.
Oh yeah.
We've had to move on, not because it's boring or anything. Just there's more out there to see.
Yeah.
As motorhomes have now been standing still for months, would you recommend releasing the handbrake?
I've got a couple of videos on that, on what to do when your van has been in lockdown or just in storage for a very long time. Handbrake, you work the handbrake, just you're not seeing, just pump it up and down like that. Check the ratchet, so you take your thumb off and just to make sure it kind of just. If you don't feel anything moving, then they're probably stuck. And a little bit of a drive, just move the drive off a little bit will free up anything, but you can damage them like that. That's what you pump the cable.
Would you ever consider building your own van, Ads?
Yes, love to do that.
I've always wanted to do, just not got the time.
Yeah,
it's the time and the skills. I think you obviously need the skills as well. A lot of people have built their own motorhomes, and
I don't think time is a problem because I can keep going back to it and whatever. But my problem is where to do it, storage. I mean, I have a garage which is the size of a car. I don't have a workshop or anything like that. I mean, when we're doing Herman with round Chaz's, we're outside in the elements. So it's. But yeah, I'd love to be able to build my own motorhome.
What's the best, British build or German build?
For what?
For a motorhome, presumably, yeah.
I guess it depends on the cost. There's a lot of cheap motorhomes out there, which you can see the quality and the difference. The expensive motorhome, and I'm not talking about makes really, because a German motorhome, the chassis, ours, for instance, German make, the chassis with the drivetrain, the steering wheel, the wheels, and the engine, the gearbox is Italian. And even that, you can say, well, actually, Ducato is a combination of Peugeot, Ducato, Fiat. In fact, Fiat are now combining with another company, aren't they?
No, Fiat and Peugeot are going to.
Peugeot, that's it. Yeah. So they're going to merge. So it's all about the cabinets inside, isn't it? And the quality of
the way I distinguish what is a good motorhome and not is accessibility. The German boys, they build their motorhomes where, look, you're going to get problems. Let's make it easy for you to fix. The pump's in a good place. To access anything, there's always service hatches to get at, where sometimes, like on some of the vans like the Aldises or something, you have to take the fridge out or to get at things. And that accessibility is what I really judge how good a motorhome is.
Oh, really? I've never noticed that. That's good information, though.
Yeah, because like I say, if you've got a problem with your pump, you want to get it at it. The Rapidos, the Deathlesses, the Heimers, they'll have a service hatch. It's there. Everything's there for you. And it's like, that's where longevity comes in, because the more easy it is to fix, the longer the motorhome's going to last.
Yeah.
Basically, because if it's harder to get to, it's going to cost you more money at the end of the day. Interesting one here for both of you. Will a trickle charger work connected to the terminals under the bonnet on a Fiat Ducato instead of terminals in the cab?
Why would you do that if you've got access to electricity?
Sorry, I don't understand the question.
Charge the vehicle battery, Bob.
Yeah, but if you're charging using a trickle charger, are we talking about a solar powered one or?
What I think might not be happening there, Bob, is when he puts the hook up in, it's not trickle charging the battery; it's just doing
right. Yeah.
That's probably okay. You probably might be on an older van there.
Yeah, so they might have to have a switch to switch the leisure battery to back to the vehicle battery.
Yeah, you can actually damage the newer vans doing it that way, by the way.
Well, yeah, and you can do that if you do jump starts as well. It's easy to damage the electronics. So, yeah. So best to disconnect the trickle charger.
Simple. It's too much gadgetry on the new ones. You just need it simple, don't you? If it doesn't work,
just unplug it.
I know Jazz was talking to me about his motorhome over these lockdown periods. He's been plugged in electricity, electric hookup at his house, but his starter battery hasn't been charging. And he found out that there was I can't remember the detail, but there was a fault or the fuse, there was a fuse or something, or the wires are the wrong way round to the actual charging point. Don't get that kind of thing in the home. I'm teasing.
No, I know. I mean, the modern vans tend to have a smart charger which decides which battery needs the charge. So if I look on my app or the website for the Swift, it tells me if the battery's on charge because I can see the voltage has gone up.
That's a very good point, because our charger, it might have been smart 20 odd years ago, but it doesn't understand, I should say. It doesn't understand the new technology, the new types of batteries, lithium batteries. Forget it. It won't charge as much, or it will have a fault on it. So
have you ever thought? Have you ever thought of upgrading the electronics on there? I mean, I tend to watch another channel, John and Mandy. Gadget John is always upgrading various things. You get B2B chargers and those sort of things.
I have thought about it when we putting the solar panel on top. I thought, well, okay, maybe we should replace the EBL, I think it's called. And there's lots of wires going in. I thought, you know what, I can't be bothered. It's nothing wrong with it. It's not broke, don't fix it. That's my motto.
Okay.
We've got a great comment here from Edward Barr. Will snow lying on the roof do any damage?
I think it would give it a blanket, wouldn't it? Give it a bit of insulation.
There's another side to that, Bob.
Yeah, well, you mean water ingress? Yeah.
Not so much that, is if water freezes and it's sitting on. Motorhomes have a habit of water sitting on top of the roofs.
Yeah.
Now, what you'll find sometimes when they freeze up, they get into the seals. So, a good tip for anybody if they're storing
water's under the seal. Yeah.
If you're storing your motorhome, just put one chock on to give it water somewhere to run off. We had an instance where we had a van coming, Bob ads, and what happened was they'd had a solar panel fitted by a company. Do you know the grommet with the leads going in? Basically, what happens is the snow had been sitting on it, and then it melted, and they hadn't sealed the grommet right, and then all the water then leaked down into the hole. So you've got a lot of it might, like you say, it might give it a seal, but when it then starts to melt and then also freeze, just chucking one wheel, have a look at where the best runoff is, and then it'll run off better.
Right. Yeah.
So what you're saying is it's not so much the snow, it's when it melts and then maybe at night refreezes again.
Gotcha. Because with water it's expanding as well.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
The same damage you get in water pipes, isn't it? So
exactly.
If you've got water in the pipes,
yeah, that's why I can't go on and off about it. But when they're not using the motorhome, just drain the water heater down.
Yeah.
Drain it down. It gets rid of stagnant water, and it's just good habits to drain all the time because it's an expensive mistake at the end of the day.
So, Jason, now ours being a 22-year-old motorhome, ours has got this automatic trip. So when it goes below 8 degrees C, it drops all the water in the tank. Just goes. Is a switch. It clicks and all the water out of the. Is that common? Is that a common thing in motorhomes then?
Yeah,
or not? It is a common thing.
Yeah, it'll be on the Truma system.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So, but normally when it drops below 3 degrees, and then it'll only go back in again if the temperature by the switch is over 3 degrees.
Oh, I see. Now ours only goes in again if I lift it and put a little peg on it. If it's that cold.
If you actually put the heating on, for a few minutes, then it'll let you do it.
Yeah. All right, so I got to without water. Put the heating on without water in it. Oh, I've never done that.
Yeah, put the heating. You've got heating on.
The van heating.
Put the van heating on, not the hot water. Put the van heating on, so then
it'll both come on at the same time when I put my heating on.
Shouldn't do.
Yeah, it does. No. It says it on our dial. I'll show you.
Is it the black control panel?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're gonna have to do what you do, cheat.
Peg. And remember to take it off.
Ours has actually got a little heater element in the tank that you can switch on. If there is water in the tank, you can heat that water up. So that's the idea. It only heats it up to like 3 degrees or something, but you know, a little bit of
you're going to take us somewhere today, aren't you, Bob?
The what? Sorry,
taking us somewhere today, aren't you?
Yeah, there's a few sort of live things coming on. What would you call them? Live shows. We mentioned them last week, and the one that we've just had, started yesterday, was the Swift Live. So I've got a little bit of video here, just me looking around on the computer, wandering around the halls, as it were.
Okay, let's have a look.
Exhibit hall, auditorium, and trade areas. So go into the exhibit hall, and you've got all the various Swift caravans and motorhomes and the various ranges. So you can go into one of these. I think I went into into one of the van ranges, and what you've got in there basically is a 360-degree walk round. You can pick your vans and it will take you through a walkthrough, and you've probably seen these on the Swift website, but it's quite a nice little walkthrough. You've got little, you can spin it round and you can zoom in on it, and they've got little like facts that, little buttons that you can click on to tell you a bit more about something. So it's quite a nice little look round, but there's no sound on it, so it's a little bit, I don't know, a little bit dead. So you look in the bathroom. They've got various things like little help videos that you can run. So one's on electric hookup and turning on the fridge and the gas and those sort of things. They're quite useful. How to attach the electric hookup and how to switch the cooker on. And there is a chat room, presumably, where you can talk to someone about buying a Swift motorhome. To me, it seems like a bit of a glorified website. And but I suppose, if we can't do anything else, we can't go around the vans ourselves. This is all very useful stuff.
That's a bit weird at this end. Do you know what? I'll get onto that. But the thing that they should do is probably have that little murmur you have in the shows. That,
Yeah, no, like the crowd noise you get at the football grounds. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah,
it was a bit eerie, sort of looking around the 3D sort of area.
As if you're there on your own and no one's watching. You're sneaking around their warehouse or something.
I know. I can understand why they do it, but
I noticed in the last shot, it looked like the oven was right up close to the sink.
Yeah.
So the oven was on, or the hob was on, and you wanted to do a bit of washing up. You could be catching your arm on that. Maybe it was just the angle of the camera.
Yeah, I mean ours is quite close to the sink. You know, there's a gap sort of between it, but you're often limited with space in some of the smaller vans. So. Yeah, but it's quite nice what they're doing there with the little help videos. I thought that was quite good. They've put those help videos on there because so often, people, you see it on Facebook, don't you? How do I switch the heater on and what do these dials do and that sort of thing. So that was quite good. But it's such a shame these shows are not on. You can't beat the smell and the taste of a van, as it were. Not that I taste them.
He goes around licking the table.
That's it.
Bob, will you be doing a video of your virtual Swift tour?
That'd be quite good, wouldn't it?
Would it? I don't know. I mean,
instead of you wandering around with your GoPro.
Yeah, but I can't open the cupboards or anything, can I? So it's it's not the same. But I mean, all good on Swift trying to do that.
Do you think this year is a good time to buy a new van, or would you wait till 2022?
I'd certainly wait till later in the year, but I suppose, Jason, you'd have a thought on that, wouldn't you, really?
I could tell you the honest answer, or I could tell you...
Buy now, he'd say.
Prices are going up, and I think prices are going to keep going up because of demand. We're going to be stopping at home now this year, probably next year. I don't even think campsites are going to be open in April, to be honest with you.
No, I don't think.
I think it's tread careful. They can't make the same mistake again. We can't go back into lockdown again.
Yeah. So the only thought is, if you buy a new van, is then you're sitting on your drive or in storage or whatever and doing nothing. So you've got the depreciation factor, haven't you? So I don't know. Yeah.
And I think a lot of manufacturers are all booked up now to about 2022.
They're struggling to keep up with the demand. I read in the news.
And it's not that. What's annoying, and I find it really, really annoying, is we're in boom time of motorhomes, and they haven't capitalised on it. They should be building.
Yeah.
And they haven't. It's as if they've sat on their hands and waited and gone, well, we're booked up now till 2022. We're all right.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
I
know a lot of them expand. I read in the MMM, and it's going to be in my next Motorhome news video coming out at the end of the month. Is that a lot of manufacturers are trying to catch up with demand, expanding the business, expanding their premises, moving to build more motorhomes and campers.
What are you on about the new ones?
New ones, yeah.
Yeah. Well, you think of it through June and July, 90% of my customers were new people who normally go away 4 or 5 times a year, got the income, and their attitude was, we ain't going abroad now for the next couple of years, so we're going to go into motorhoming.
Yeah.
Even if we keep in a year or two's time 50% of them, it's a big influx. People coming into the industry.
Yeah, well, I see that on my channel. The number of questions I get from people who are new to motorhomes. There's a huge number of people who've joined the channel who are new. So there must have been a massive increase in sales. But I've got some figures coming up a little bit later, and perhaps that will sort of explain some of this.
Yeah, well, why does he want to talk about that? Was it a survey?
It was a survey in Practical Motorhome. And it was like information from the survey that they're going to do on reliability and dealers that comes out in August. So they've got like information coming up, and it's really sort of about the sort of people who are buying motorhomes. There's another page there, Jason. I think is that one? Yeah, there it is. So if you get Practical Motorhome, have a look at it. I thought it was quite interesting. Shall I just take you through some of the figures?
Please.
So 57% of the respondents, the people who answered the quiz, I'm going to say quiz, bought a new motorhome. 80% bought from a dealer and 12% bought from a dealer at a show. Only 8% bought privately. So,
What would you think of that, Ads? What off that response? What's your thoughts?
What is this for last year? Was it? There wasn't many shows for last year.
This is.
So
I mean, I filled in the survey myself during January, I think it was. So it would be fairly recent.
Of course, you bought yours last year, didn't you?
Yeah.
But then my question was about how do you buy one from a dealer at a show? It wasn't many shows last year.
You order it. Well, no, I mean you could have ordered it at the February show. They did the NEC February show. You could have ordered it there.
Oh, did they?
Or the October show. They're asking people who've currently got a motorhome where they got it from. Yeah.
Mm. So why do I think that? Do you think? Well, I think it's probably like somebody you mentioned to you, Jason. I don't think we can't leave the country, so you can't even fly. So traveling to Europe or traveling to hot climates is off the cards for this year, most likely as well. And people are just thinking, well, if I've got to go on a holiday, I'm going to go and do this motorhome because it looks like Bob and Herman hits the road, enjoying themselves. Let's have a go at that.
The big stat there was only 8% brought private.
Yeah, so that's
people keeping their motorhomes, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, no, the majority would actually go to dealers, weren't they?
Yeah. So 80% are buying from a dealer.
A dealer.
Yeah.
So to me, that meant people weren't selling them.
Right. Okay. Anyway, let's carry on because I've got some more statistics here. There's 52% were coach built. Only 7% are A-class motorhomes. And then we've got some figures on the size of motorhomes. And I thought this was quite interesting. 27% are under 6 meters. 30% are between 6 and 6.99 meters. And 28% are up to 8 meters or 7.99 meters. But only 3% are above 8 meters long. 42% of the respondents are aged between 65 and 74, and 86% were 2 adult motor caravanners. So, take that.
There's a lot of numbers there, and I think what you were saying is that the higher expensive ones, so you've got the A class and you've got the ones over 8 meters, they're not very common anyway.
No British manufacturers build them, do they?
Only one.
Oh, okay. No.
Trail. They've just brought one.
Swift used to, didn't they?
Swift have got. Auto Trail have got one, haven't they now?
Yeah, they've just bought. But on an old, really, they're all imported, aren't they? Really?
Yeah, that's right.
So that's where it is there.
Yeah.
I think the age brackets represents basically is extra income. Mortgages are paid off and everything else.
Yeah,
no kids.
So let's go.
That's the 86%.
That's the surprise
to adults.
Yeah. So how many from those figures? How many do you think are buying for a family? Because you would have thought it'd be more of those.
Well, no, it doesn't look like that. It looks like something like 20% would be families doing it.
Oh, right. So families are not. Well, I wonder what they're doing on the for holidays then.
Well, that's probably where the growth is.
That's probably an awkward stat there, to be honest, as well, because people who've gone, it's in Practical Motorhome, was it?
Yeah, that's right. It's people who subscribe to Practical Motorhome as well.
So people like families who are looking to get into motorhome and probably wouldn't be reading the magazine and probably wouldn't actually fill the survey out.
No, that's right.
So it might be a false.
They call that something, don't they? Result.
Focused. Yeah. I know what you mean.
I'm gonna in the middle of us say so. I'm gonna come out with it. They call it something where Yeah.
You're looking for the result that you get. Yeah.
New owners will be wary of buying an A class. Now, I disagree with that because I don't think new owners would buy an A class first.
No.
To be honest,
bearing in mind that only
we did.
You did, yeah.
But it's about price. If people are thinking, I might have this I might have to holiday in the UK for a couple of years, then I want to buy something that I can afford and not go full hog and get something,
Yeah,
that's too big. They might even be seeing a motorhome saying that's too big.
But there are compact A classes as well, aren't there?
Yeah.
And there's second-hand A classes as well.
Yeah. Anyone buying a new motorhome for the first time, I always say to them, don't blow your budget. Just get something sensible within reason, because the odds are after 12 months you'll swap it anyway.
Yeah, I was giving that advice as well.
I think someone said to us on our last video that it takes about 4 attempts before you get the right layout. I'm not sure it's that many, but it does take some attempts before you know you've got the motorhome that you need, to keep.
Mm.
Any videos coming out, ads?
Yes. I guess it's not tomorrow. It's not motorhome related. I suppose I'm making gin. I made some gin this week, and
Gin.
gin. Yeah.
Will you be drinking it on Saturday?
I'm not a gin drinker, but I love the idea of I guess alchemy. It's not alchemy, but that's white.
That's where you make gold. Isn't it?
That's what I should have done. I should have got myself a nice science jacket. And there you go.
It. Right. Fast forward 24 hours. It has now been 24 hours, and our vodka looks like that.
It's quite a good taste as well, actually.
Vodka's the same as gin, isn't it?
It's distilled the same way. It's the same thing. Yeah.
A lot darker than it was originally.
Gin is basically vodka with juniper. Juniper berries.
Juniper, yeah.
Into another bottle.
But there's more than just juniper in there. And that was quite nice. And then I go and do the same thing with same ingredients, but I add ginger as well. It gives it again a different taste.
Yeah, it looked like it got bits in there. What's that then?
Well, that's it. That's the flavouring. So you crush all your bits. Well, you crush your bits down.
Crush your bits, yeah.
And then you leave it in there for several hours, a day or maybe 2. And then it gets infused with the alcohol and the liquid, and then you throw all the bits away. You filter it out and throw all the bits away, and then you have a flavoured drink.
You two have got too much time on your hands.
That's right. Someone says, "Am I on the gin?" No, that's water, so you're all right.
Anything coming out, Bob?
Yeah, I've got a couple of videos coming next week. We've got. I think I said to you, I'm doing the questions and answers. We asked people to send us questions, and they sent us about 23 questions that we thought we might as well answer them all. So it's quite a long video, but it's quite interesting. I think it might be a bit revealing for people. So watch out for that on Sunday. Something else that came out from another video was people said,
that. What's the revealing?
Well, there's 1 or 2 things you might find out. Worth watching.
Well,
certainly get the gin out before you watch it.
Will do.
The other thing was we're looking at our hi-fi. We realised that we've had hi-fi now for 50 years. Oh, that seems incredible, really. But, we've been sort of looking at a hi-fi and playing records and CDs and DVDs and all that 50 years. So we've got another video coming out on Thursday.
Sorry, I misunderstood. About hi-fi or your hi-fi?
Our hi-fi. Yeah, about our hi-fi. What we started with a radiogram and,
ours is in the loft.
Yeah, well, it might be worth doing a video on it. But yeah, no, it's quite interesting just looking at, the things that we had and how we upgraded it and what amplifiers we had, and wish we'd kept them because some of them are worth a fortune now.
Did anybody used to make a mixtape?
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, we've got a picture of Jenny doing that. I wish I'd put this on there, but that's quite interesting. Yeah, so that's that. And I'm doing another torch. I've been sent another torch, so another product review, I'm afraid, but it's quite a nice torch.
Which one's that? Are you gonna tell
well, did the little one, the little Sofern, I think it's called SC31 Pro, which is quite a nice little torch. They saw the video, they presumably liked the video, so they said, do I want another torch? So they sent me a more powerful one with a wider beam and a bigger battery. So
Olight said that to me, actually. I thought, you know what, I don't want to turn into a flashlight video channel.
Yeah, I'm going to have another channel. I call it the Torch Review channel. But yeah. So that will be interesting to see what comments we get on that. The other one wasn't too bad. I was sort of expecting all sorts of flack for doing that, but it was all right.
Good. I've got a video coming out tonight.
Have you?
What's that?
Yeah. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
All right. What's that about?
I'll show you.
All right.
And here they are. And you decide which you prefer. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
I know what my favourite's going to be.
The big one.
It's going to be the big one. That's a conversion, isn't it?
It's a crafter, isn't it?
It might be. Looks a bit long. You got a tall cameraman, now.
Basically, it was the evolution of the Campervan, starting with the little white one in 1992, 93 was right the way up to the new, and how have the layouts changed all the way up through.
Okay. That'd be interesting. Yeah.
It's just looking at the Campervan basically, and you'll find the layouts really haven't changed.
Have they not? Oh wow.
No.
Really, no.
Still a rock and roll bed and that sort of thing. And
yeah, you're very limited though, aren't you? What you can do in a VW.
Yeah, but something like a crafter, you can obviously put single beds in there or double bed at the back. And what's it called? The Grand California is based on a crafter, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that's got a one of those twin beds at the back.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
For the love of caravans, Bob, do Swift engage with customers like Bailey do? Not seeing much contact or anything myself.
Well, I mean, I've not so much about engaging with customers, but engaging with YouTubers. Bailey, obviously, I did that series where they'd lent us a van, and we actually approached Swift to try and get the same sort of idea. Could they lend us a van so we could have a look at it? And nothing. So I don't know. As for engaging with customers, they've just shut down their Swift Talk channel. They had this web-based forum. They just shut that down, and now they're going to Facebook. There are people from Swift who obviously reply to that. So whether that's classed as engagement, I don't know.
And last one, how often do you use your awning when you're away, and do you put it up when you are staying for more than 3 nights?
Yeah. Awnings, I tend to put them up, like they say, if it's 3 or 4 nights, if we're staying a bit longer, perhaps when we're staying at Summers Wood for the NEC, we'll put one up. Or, the driveway awning's better because you don't mind if you put it up for 2 nights. You don't want to put it up for 1 night and then take it down the following morning. So, yeah.
So you've got a driveway, Bob, have you?
I've got a driveway, yeah. Yeah, we had one of these fixed ones originally.
Right. Oh, okay. Because we've got a fixed one, but when we bought Herman 10 years ago, it came with a driveway as well.
Right.
We used that probably 2 or 3 times and decided, well, we're not using it enough, and sold it.
Yeah.
Now the rollout awning, we use that not as often again, but we find it more useful when it's raining.
Yeah.
Because you can walk in and you dry.
Take your boots off.
And then walk into the motorhome. And of course, you tilt your awning so it's the rain runs off in one corner rather than both ends.
Yeah.
Find it in the sun. The sun's up there, cast a shadow, but your motorhome's casting a bigger shadow. So,
sometimes you don't need it. Yeah.
You don't need it, or it won't be useful. Yeah.
No, I think it keeps you out of the wind more than anything. I think that's the other thing about it.
And we'll finish off. Ads, have you got plans to replace Herman yet?
No. We get that question a lot. I'm not too sure why. It's as if we have to, or everyone has to upgrade every so often. But no, we've not got any plans. I mean, we just spent a lot of money. Even if we've done it ourselves, spent a lot of money doing the suspension, the brakes, and whatnot. So there's no reason why we need to sell it on.
Bob?
I don't think we would.
Bob, I've got to go back to work.
Have you?
You see the time?
Is that it? Blimey. That went quick, didn't it?
It's 2:00. Ads, thanks very much for coming on.
Well, thank you very much for inviting us.
No problem.
Yeah.
Same
Thanks,
time
Ads.
next week, Bob.
All right. You take care then.
All right, I'll see you next Friday.
See you then.
Oh, and don't forget, We're doing our live stream Saturday, 4 o'clock. Have fun and games, motorhome stuff on our YouTube channel.
You're doing bingo.
Do bingo. We do.
What's
what
with
else we do?
bingo with all these lives? Why does everybody do bingo?
Yeah, we got everything for the bingo now. Family fortunes, cards. Not play cards, right? Yeah, we do all that.
Oh, wow.
That's just a lockdown fun, really.
Okay. When's that?
That's 4 p.m. Saturday.
4 p.m. Saturday.
Every week.
Okie dokie. Well, see you next week, Bob. See you, lads.
All right.
See you guys.
Take care, everyone.
Bye-bye.
See you then.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you, everybody.